One of the subjects I'm asked about most often in sales training is closing. Salespeople across the world are nervous or even scared about that all-important part, asking for the business. The thing about closing is that if you're following a good enough process, if you've spent time to really understand your customer, taken all their needs into account and thought about the things they need that they hadn't even realized themselves, if you've shown them why the solution you're suggesting is absolutely perfect for them and checked with them that you're on the right track, why wouldn't they buy? So if we followed a detailed process to get to where we are and we're getting positive feedback from the customer, we can be confident in how we proceed. Let's have a quick look at one method of closing. We can call this JOA, just or also. Humans are simple creatures. We look for the path of least resistance, which sometimes means telling a salesperson or an account manager that we'll go away and think about it. We're not saying no because that requires justification, and we're not saying yes because, well, we've been given the chance to avoid it. If we as salespeople are confident that our solution is the best thing for our customer, we can give them a choice without explicitly making one of the options a no. We can also make sure that our customer's path of least resistance isn't just the bare minimum sale. So we offer them the bare minimum, but we package it up with something else to make it a good solution. And then we give them the option of the full package. This way, although we'd prefer for our customer to choose the full package, whichever option they choose will be a win for them and for us. Would you like to have just the 100 annual licenses and support package, or would you also like to go for the cloud storage pack? Would you like to just go for the TVs and cabling, or would you also like to have the wall brackets we discussed? Would you like to just go for the cars and service pack, or do you also want to go for the company-wide breakdown cover? This is just or also. I once had a delegate who'd been to a previous session that I delivered for a different company, perhaps a year or so prior, and he was smirking when I started discussing JOA. He put his hand up and he said, I've got an example of how JOA can work in your private life. Nervously, I said, okay, what is it? Well, I was in a session that you did previously. Well, when I told you after the session that I didn't really understand why JOA would work, we had a really long chat. You suggested that I go away and that I give it a go to see how I got on. So that's what I did. Anyway, I live in a shared house. I'm really lucky because my parents bought it and I rent a room from them, as did two of my best friends. One morning, after a really heavy night out, I woke up to see a text from my mum saying she'd be over in a couple of hours. That woke me up properly. I got out of bed to check what the house looked like. There was pizza trodden into the lounge carpet. There was kebab meat stuck to the wall in the hall. The kitchen looked post-apocalyptic. The place looked truly awful, and I was worried about what my mum would say. For some weird reason, JOA came to mind, and I hatched a plan. He then went on to describe what he did. And actually, let me show you. Dave! Dave! Dave!
No, Mom.
Dave!
I did it yesterday.
Dave, wake up! Dave! Dave, mate, I really need your help.
What?
My parents are going to be here in an hour and the place looks like a bomb site. So, do you just want to clean up the lounge and the hall, or do you also want to clean up the kitchen?
Let's just do the lounge and the hall.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. Can you get that done now? Brilliant. Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Andy, wake up. Andy, I need your help. Andy, wake up. Andy, mate, I really need your help. What is this? I don't even have time for it right now. My parents are coming over. They'll be here in an hour. The place looks like a dive and we need to tidy up. Do you just want to do the kitchen or do you also want to do the hall?
Yeah. Alright. Oh. Yeah. Let's do the kitchen.
Perfect, thank you, mate. Can you get it done right now? Thank you. And no one needs to know about the unicorns. He then went back to bed, and when he woke up, the place was beautifully clean. His mum would never know. So that's JOA, just or also. Give it a try yourself and let me know how you get on.